Now, it's not often that a hybrid can kick up a stir in the world of golf, but this one's done just that, the Taylormade Sim Max Hybrid. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching my content, first of all, I'd love to welcome you to the channel. Second of all, guys, please make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button before you go anywhere. That way you won't miss any of the great golf-related content that I bring to you guys 365 days a year. Leave us a like if you enjoy this video, and today we are talking about the brand new Taylormade Sim Max V-Steel Hybrid. That was a mouthful. We're going to refer to it as the Sim Hybrid from now on. And you see, guys, it's very rare that I review hybrids on this channel. Well, it's not, but it's just that unfortunately a lot of people don't really care about hybrids, and it's something which I think is absolutely insane, because if you don't care about hybrids and you're not one of the best players in the world, then you should probably care about hybrids. I use a hybrid. I've been using a hybrid since they came out, really. And the Taylormade Sim Max Hybrid has kicked up a bit of a fuss because it's got Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson thinking about putting a hybrid in the bag, and DJ even gamed one in Kapalua, and apparently it's the first time he's ever gamed a hybrid. Ever. But we'll delve more into that story as the video goes on. Guys, just before we get into this video, make sure you do hit those comments below. Are you a hybrid kind of person? Are you a 5-wood person? Do you like to use a driving iron? And if you do use a hybrid, what kind do you use? Let's get back to the video. So let's hit some shots with the Sim Max Hybrid. And straight away, it's exactly what I would be expecting from a hybrid, around 230 yards. Nice high ball flight, hopefully landing pretty soft, because that's exactly what you would want from a hybrid. So you generally want to be using a hybrid if you're playing a long golf course, if you're playing a golf course where the greens are quite firm, you want to get the ball up in the air and land it soft, and maybe a long iron's not going to do that for you. Some people prefer a 5-wood than a hybrid. I've always been a hybrid kind of guy when the 5-woods were phased out a little bit. And I think usually I'd even be a driving iron kind of guy as well before I went back to a 5-wood. But hybrids are something which I'm used to. I've been using the Callaway Apex hybrid for a while now. It's just so consistent as well. First two shots exactly the same. And I hear what you're saying, guys. So the Taylormade Sim Driver and the Sim Max Driver both have the shape in motion, the inertia generator that allows you to get a little bit more club head speed. Now, with a hybrid, it's not always about club head speed. It's not always about distance. It's not about how far can you hit your hybrid, because that doesn't help anyone. When DJ tested these hybrids, he found that the 19-degree hybrid, which we're testing here, went a little bit too far. It went like 285 yards. And I see that. I might have that problem as well. So DJ moved into the 22-degree hybrid, and that went about how far I wanted it to, around 265 yards. Ooh. And interestingly, this is exactly the ball flight I would be after with a hybrid. A nice high fade, not moving too much, not slicing, just something that's going to land nice and soft. So rather than having the inertia generator which the Sim drivers have, it actually has the V-Steel technology which the fairway woods have. Who remembers the V-Steel fairway woods? They were awesome. The V-Steel technology is designed to give you a little bit more versatility for different lies and a little bit more forgiveness, so it's difficult to test that inside. We may have to get outside for that. Hit those comments below if you'd like to see me take this outside when it warms up, hopefully. We also have twist face on this hybrid, so we all know what that's designed to do. That's nothing new. I've absolutely ripped that. I've nailed that. Exactly the same numbers, like 4 times in a row. And that's pretty much what you would want your hybrid to do, isn't it? You want to know exactly how far this is going, exactly how high it's going to go, and exactly how it's going to land. So when you're going into that par 5, when you're going into the long par 4, a lot of people use hybrids for par 3s, which I think is fantastic. So my dad uses hybrids. He uses a lot of hybrids, but he knows exactly which hybrid he needs for which hole. And that's basically what he plugged gaps in his bag depending on which hole he was going to play. So he hasn't gone for the yardage, he's gone for the tee shot on a par 3, which I think is quite clever, to be fair to him. So we also have the through slot speed pocket, which is this black rubbery thing here. That is designed to help you get more ball speed on off-centre hits, in particular off-centre hits low on the face, which is a pretty good idea, isn't it? Because we've all hit one of those bottomy hybrids or bottomy fairway woods, and they're just, you just need that extra bit of help from there, don't you? Let's see if we can hit that number again. One thing for me which I'm not overly a fan of is the looks. I think they've obviously gone for the sim type look in the drivers and the fairways, but on top you'll see, or you'll feel, or you'll hear that it's not actually a carbon crown, it is just a painted titanium crown. And we also have the C300 titanium face, which I think it sounds a little bit dull, to be honest. I've tested loads of hybrids and I've tested fairway woods. It just doesn't quite sound as pleasing to me as maybe some other hybrids, but then that is all opinion, isn't it? Some people will love the sound of it. That was bottoming off the face. That was a horrendous strike. The numbers are so good as well. They're so good. Now, interestingly, you can get the Sim Max Hybrid in up to a 7-iron replacement, which a lot of people laugh at, a lot of people snigger at, but really, a 31-degree 7 Hybrid wouldn't be a bad idea for a lot of people, a lot of high handicappers, mid handicappers, even just a club where when you get in the rough and you've got a real deep, juicy lie in the rough, it would be perfect for that, wouldn't it? Remember the 7 Heaven? I think that was more a 7 wood, wasn't it? But same kind of idea. Let's hit a few more. That was horrendous. That was a horrendous strike. The V-Steel sole isn't helping that one, I'm afraid. That was heavy. Right, okay guys, let's hit 3 more then. Let's take a look at how this club performs. For me, I'm not a huge fan of the look. I think they could have maybe gone down a different avenue with the look on top. But then they do have the gapper range as well, don't they? So there's that if you don't quite like the look of this. Sound-wise, I have been absolutely nailing this for the majority, and I'm not overly impressed with the sound. But then performance, you just absolutely can't complain about one bit, because it's doing exactly what I'd want it to do performance-wise. Okay, 2 shots, Dustin Johnson, 18th hole. 18th hole? Channel the inner DJ and see what we can get this out at. That was a bit toey and it's still done really well. Really well. Right guys, last shot with the Taylormade Sim Max V-Steel Hybrid. Here we go. Let's try and play a draw actually. We've played fades the whole video. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, workability wise, yes. And isn't it interesting how I've been playing fades the whole video, happy with the numbers, nice and consistent. Then you think, I'll tell you what, I'm going to try and play a draw. Yeah. I mean, it's not quite 285, but we're going to take it. So dispersion for the Sim Max V-Steel Hybrid, all pretty impressed with those. We haven't had one real bad swing. We caught one a little bit heavy, and I'll take that out for the numbers because there was no saving that. I nearly dug the mat up, but happy for the majority with all those ball flights. Even the last one where just spur of the moment thought I'd try and play a bit of a draw. I managed to, so quite happy with that. What about the numbers? Numbers for the Sim Max V-Steel Hybrid, look at that for consistency. The first 4 shots, 3 of them are carrying 217. That is incredible. Then we've got fairly consistent. I mean, as consistency goes, we're going to discount shot number 7. But that's incredible, isn't it? So we'll take number 7 out for the sake of fairness. So averages, we have 220, 232 total, club head speed of 95.5, ball speed 137, which is fairly good, it's impressive. Spinning at 4,000, which is probably about right, maybe a little bit high for what we're trying to do, but then with a hybrid, that's kind of what you want. You want it to climb. The average peak height was 130 feet, so that's nice, high and towering. It's going to land pretty soft, and it should hopefully set us up for eagle on any hole you ever play. Well, obviously not, but it would be good for off par 3 tees, long par 3 tees. It's going to be pretty good really for into long par 4s and into par 5s. Again, not a huge fan of the looks, not a huge fan of the sound, but performance-wise, it's very, very good. So the one thing I think it's missing possibly is an adjustable hosel. I think that would have been a nice little touch, so you can crank it up or down. It's not on there. DJ likes it, Rory likes it. I like the performance of it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Leave us a comment, guys. Would you use the Taylormade Sim Max V-Steel Hybrid? If you have enjoyed it, guys, leave us a like. And as always, I very much look forward to seeing all your smiling faces tomorrow.